Okay, Capricorn, happy Thursday. Welcome to your daily focus tarot. We have the Hierophant, which talks about getting advice or traditions and rituals. Now, this advice is from somebody who is an authority figure, like a priest, a lawyer, somebody who's good at financial matters, a psychotherapist, somebody who can help you through their education, through their higher learning. 5 of Cups in reverse. This is talking about having had enough of the situation, something that made you feel like there was a failure, like you were in despair. You had a sense of loss, some unrecognized opportunity, somewhere where there was a lot of regret. You've had enough of that situation and you're trying to move on from it. You're trying to not forget, but forgive for your own sake, because you want to have balance in your life again. You want to have joy in your life again. So you're trying to move on, and you might need a little help with that. You might need to change some of your habits and your routines, or you might need to, like I said, see a therapist with this Hierophant card in order to bring that joy back into your life, in order to heal, to get that creative flow back into your life where you're not feeling stretched thin by that. The High Priestess in reverse, this talks about, it can talk about deception. It can talk about ignoring your intuition. It can even talk about repressing things, repressing your emotions, repressing your knowledge, because you don't trust yourself or you don't trust other people. The Lovers, yeah, it can be talking about a relationship, but more often than not, it's talking about needing to make this choice. So where you're feeling that there is deception and you're ignoring your intuition, there is a choice that needs to be made, and you need to make the choice that brings you into alignment with your priorities, into alignment with your values, in harmony with your values. You need to purge. Death talks about this transition. You need to purge those old thought patterns, those old behavior patterns that you were repressing, that they're not doing you any good by repressing them. They're just making the situation worse and prolonging it. So you really need to look at where you're avoiding this transformation, where you're avoiding this change, and why you're avoiding it. Because once you make the change, then you're going to be able to move forward. Then you're going to be able to be more present in the here and now, and not as present in the past, or not as present in the negative stuff. You're going to be able to start enjoying life again. We have the Hanged Cat, the Emperor in reverse, the 8 of Wands in reverse, and the Chariot. The Chariot is all about using your willpower, right? It's about combining the conscious mind, the ego state, the unconscious mind, and the soul. So the things that you've repressed about yourself, the things that you don't like, bringing them forward into the light so that your soul, your conscious mind, can help you integrate them, can help you reach wholeness. And then once you've reached that wholeness, that is your willpower that helps guide you. This 8 of Wands in the reverse, in the upright, it talks about fast action. So it can talk about a slow action. It can talk about imbalanced actions and resisting change. It can even talk about delay and frustration and confusion, uncertainty in these relationships. The Emperor talks about trying too hard because you think you can't succeed. It's a very intense, unfocused energy. Sometimes it talks about avoiding what it is that you need to do. So using your willpower to keep this imbalance going and avoid what you need to do because you're afraid, because you're feeling this lack of clarity, lack of self-worth, or you're feeling a loss of control in your life, and the Hanged Cat is telling you you need to get a new perspective on where you're feeling this, imbalance and this chaos, and you're still trying to power through, but you don't have yourself together as a whole. You only have like maybe your conscious mind, the ego state, and maybe your soul, your higher self, your intuition, but you still don't have that unconscious, those things that you've repressed. And so the Chariot is off balance. It's only got one side, and the person trying to lead it can't lead it because it only has one wheel. It only has wheels on one side, and the other side they're gone, so it falls over, right? You can't pull that sun, you can't pull that creativity and that growth behind you because the Chariot just has one side to it. So this Hanged Cat, it's telling you to look at where you're feeling those feelings of self-worth, where you're feeling that lack of clarity, where you want to avoid doing stuff, and you're feeling the frustration and the confusion and the imbalance. Hanged Cat says take the time out, look deeply at it. You might need to give something up in order to get this movement forward, whether what you give up is something physical or it's something like a thought pattern or a behavior pattern. You might need to give something up in order to get your balance back. Hanged Cat also talks about setting up routines. The Emperor, when it's in the upright, talks about setting up routines, setting up habits. Just like the Hierophant, those traditions, those rituals, aka habits and routines, that are going to get you towards your goals and away from this chaos, away from this energy of conflict, of shame. Okay? So really take a deep look at where you are stuck, because that's where you need to work on. And if you need to see a therapist, go see a therapist. Okay? There is nothing wrong with that. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.